If I told you I was the best financial advisor on the planet and I could get you a guaranteed rate of return of 25%, would you take me up on it? Well, of course you would. We all would. But let me help you understand there is a huge difference between an average rate of return and actual rate of return. Let me show you. Let's go ahead and compare average rate of return versus actual rate of return. Let's say I have $100,000 and my first year rate of return is 100%. Fantastic. I have a $100,000 gain and $200,000 in my account. But let's say the next year, sadly, the market drops 50%. Well, now my account value drops by 100,000. So my end of year balance is 100,000. So you can see that my average rate of return, which is 100 plus minus 50 divided by 2, is 25%. But my actual rate of return is 0. Because you see, average and actual, there's a difference. It's math versus money. When you're talking rate of return, you care about what's in your account at the end of the year. What's your balance? That is your real or actual rate of return. I have a fun calculator here that tells me all the market returns, the actual market returns. I'm going to use the indices, the Dow Jones Industrial Average from 2000 to 2023. And what we can see here is the number of years we've selected are about 24 years. Your average rate of return during that period has been 6.13%. That is your average. Your actual rate of return has really only been 5.07%. In actual, you'll see that we're putting in every single market return from the Dow Jones Industrial Average into this account. And I'm going to show you why average versus actual is really a very big difference. Let's take a look at the difference between compounding and consistent growth. As discussed, the average rate of return of the Dow Jones Industrial Average over the last 24 years has been 6.13%. So if I put in there compounding 6.13%, at the end of 24 years, my $100,000 would have grown to $416,981. Let's go ahead and put in the actual market rates of return. We've already covered this. So let's use those results so you can see this is actually what the Dow Jones Industrial Average performed at. And at the end of 24 years, we see a very different story. Your speculation account is actually $90,000 less than my compounding consistent rate of return. Now, if you remember, the actual rate of return of the Dow Jones Industrial Average over the last 24 years was 5.07%. So if I actually put in those real numbers, you'll see at the end, the numbers are very, very similar. My name's Monica Felton, and I help families understand the whole truth about how money works. So when you're trying to chase rate of returns, please understand what the real rate of return is, not the average rate of return, because average means nothing to us. We care about real returns. Thanks for watching.